Ever heard the saying, absence makes the heart grow fonder? Well, it turns out there's some real psychological truth to that. Have you ever noticed how you start missing someone more when they're not around? Or how a little bit of space can actually make a relationship feel more exciting? It's not just you. It's a fascinating part of human psychology. Today, we're diving deep into why distance creates desire. First up, let's talk about the scarcity principle. We humans have a natural tendency to value things that are less available. Think about a limited edition sneaker or a rare collectible. We want it more because it's hard to get. The same logic applies to people. When someone is always available, we might, unfortunately, take them for granted. But when their time and attention become scarce, we suddenly perceive them as more valuable. This isn't about playing games. It's about the subconscious way our brains assign value. A little distance can naturally create this sense of scarcity, making our partners seem more precious and desirable. Next, there's the power of idealization. When you're physically apart from someone, your brain has a funny way of filling in the blanks. You tend to focus on their positive qualities and conveniently forget the little things that might annoy you, like the way they leave socks on the floor. Your memory becomes a highlight reel of your best moments together. This process of idealization paints a romanticized picture of your partner and the relationship, which naturally boosts feelings of attraction and longing. You start to miss not just the person, but the idealized version of them you've built up in your mind. Another huge factor is the loss of autonomy and the reactance theory. This theory suggests that when our freedom to do something is threatened, we desire to do it even more. When distance separates you from your partner, your freedom to see them whenever you want is restricted. Your brain reacts by saying, "Hey, I want what I can't have." This psychological pushback or reactance fuels your desire to close that distance and reconnect. It's like being told you can't have a cookie. Suddenly, that cookie becomes the only thing you can think about. Let's not forget the role of anticipation and dopamine. The excitement of a future reunion is incredibly powerful. Just thinking about seeing your partner again can trigger a release of dopamine, the brain's feel-good chemical. This is the same chemical that's involved in rewards and motivation. The longer the wait, the more the anticipation builds, and the bigger the dopamine rush when you finally reunite. This cycle of anticipation and reward strengthens the emotional bond and makes the entire experience of being with them more intense and pleasurable. Distance essentially turns your next meeting into a highly anticipated event. Finally, distance gives you the personal space you need for self-growth. Being in a relationship is amazing, but it's also important to maintain your own identity, hobbies, and friendships. A healthy amount of space allows you to invest in yourself, pursue your own goals, and bring new experiences back into the relationship. When you come back together, you have more to share, and you're not just two halves of a whole, but two whole individuals choosing to be together. This individual growth makes you more interesting and attractive to your partner, and vice versa. It keeps the relationship dynamic and fresh. So, while no one enjoys being separated from someone they love, a little distance can work wonders. It leverages scarcity, encourages idealization, triggers psychological reactance, builds dopamine-fueled anticipation, and promotes personal growth. It's a reminder that sometimes, taking a step back is the best way to move forward. Together, what do you think? Have you experienced this in your own life? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights into the psychology of our daily lives. See you in the next one. Ever heard the saying, absence makes the heart grow fonder? Is it just a cliche, or is there some real truth to it? Let's dive into the fascinating psychology of why distance can actually crank up the heat in a relationship. First, let's talk about the scarcity principle. It's a basic concept in economics, but it applies to love too. When something is less available, we tend to value it more. When your partner isn't around 24/7, the time you do spend together becomes more precious and memorable. You're not just running errands or watching TV in silence. You're making every moment count. This scarcity makes your partner seem more valuable and desirable. Next up is idealization. When you're physically apart, your brain has a funny way of filling in the blanks. It tends to smooth over the little annoyances, like their habit of leaving socks on the floor, and focuses on all their amazing qualities. You remember their laugh, their kindness, the way they look at you. In a way, you're creating a slightly idealized version of your partner in your mind. This mental highlight reel keeps the positive feeling strong and can make you miss them even more. Then there's the power of anticipation. Remember how exciting it was waiting for your birthday or a holiday as a kid? The waiting was almost as fun as the event itself. It's the same with relationships. The anticipation of seeing your partner again after time apart builds excitement and passion. Counting down the days, planning the reunion, and imagining that first hug creates a powerful emotional buildup that you just don't get when you see each other every day. Distance also gives you something crucial: personal space. Having time to yourself is incredibly healthy. It allows you to pursue your own hobbies, hang out with your own friends, and maintain your sense of identity. You get to miss them. This isn't about not wanting to be with them. It's about having a full life outside of the relationship. which ultimately makes you a more interesting and engaging partner when you are together. You have more to talk about, more stories to share, and let's not forget the reward aspect. Psychologically, being reunited with someone you've missed triggers a huge dopamine release in your brain, the same chemical associated with pleasure and reward. Your brain essentially says, hey, this feels amazing, let's do it again. This reinforces the positive association with your partner and strengthens your bond. The cycle of separation and reunion acts like a powerful emotional amplifier. Now, this doesn't mean you need to move to another continent to keep the spark alive. It's about consciously creating a little bit of healthy distance, even when you live together. Have a guys or girls night out. Take a solo weekend trip. Even just spending an evening in separate rooms, engrossed in your own hobbies, can create that little bit of space that allows you to come back together, feeling refreshed and excited to reconnect. So, while out of sight, out of mind can happen. More often than not, a little distance gives desire the room it needs to grow. It's about finding that perfect balance between togetherness and individuality. What do you think? Has distance ever made a relationship stronger for you? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights into the human mind. See you next time. Ever wondered why being apart from someone can sometimes make you want them even more? It's not just a saying. There's some serious psychology behind why distance makes the heart grow fonder. Let's dive into the fascinating reasons why a little space can ignite a lot of desire. First up is something called psychological reactance. We humans have a strong desire for freedom. When something or someone becomes less available, our freedom to have them feels threatened. So, what do? We fight back by wanting them even more. Think about it. When someone pulls away, our brain goes into overdrive trying to regain that connection, making them seem incredibly valuable. It's like being told you can't have the last cookie. Suddenly, it's the most delicious cookie you've ever seen. Next, let's talk about idealization. When you're not with someone 24/7, your mind has a tendency to fill in the blanks. And guess what? It usually fills them with all the good stuff. You forget about the small annoyances, like how they leave their socks on the floor, and instead, you focus on their amazing smile, their great sense of humor, and how they make you feel. Your imagination paints this perfect, almost fantasy version of them. This idealized image is powerful and highly attractive, making you long for the person who inspired it. Then there's the power of scarcity. We're wired to believe that things that are rare are more valuable. This applies to people too. When someone's time and attention are scarce, we automatically perceive them as higher value. Their limited availability makes every moment you do get with them feel more special and precious. It turns your interactions into a prized commodity, and you naturally want more of it. It's the same reason a limited edition sneaker is more desirable than the one everyone has. Another key factor is the Zeigarnik effect. This psychological principle states that we remember incomplete or interrupted tasks better than completed ones. When a relationship has an element of distance or uncertainty, it feels like an unfinished story.